Yo, what's up, people? What's good, man? It's been a while, man. It's been a while since I've dropped, man. It's been too long, man. How long? How long has it been? Has it been 4, 5 days? Let me see. When was the last time your boy did a video, man? Um, I mean, the long and short of it is too damn long, and I'm not going this long again without doing a video ever again. 5 days, 5 days. I've been chilling though. You know what I mean? I've been, I know sometimes you guys hear me in these debates giving these history lessons and I make it easy look easy, man. But it hurts me to whoop their ass as much as the ass whooping hurts, man. So it takes a toll on me too, man. So I took a little bit of a break, you know, and just relax, man, just enjoyed myself, spent some time with the lady, and yeah, I'm chilling. A couple of you guys in here, man. Mark Anthony, what's good, man? Elizabeth, how you doing? I haven't seen you in the chat in a while. Glad you're here. Caught the live. What's good, fam? Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. It's good to see you again. I think there's a better case for sitting Bryce last year than now. Uh, now, even as we move forward with him and put him all in something good tape, we can trade him. LOL. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Omar was good. Nick said all shit. Nick even texted me. He was like, "I know you're not about to do this, man." Yeah. I'm not here to. I'm not here to win any friends. I'm not here to get any subscribers. I'm just here to tell the truth, man. I'm not gonna pander to you. I'm not gonna pander to anybody. I'm here to tell the truth, man. That's all. That's all this platform has been built on, man. This platform has always been built on truth. You get what I'm saying? And actually, man, speaking of man, I was just kind of going back through the archives, listening to some of the old shit. Before I started inviting people on, man, I used to be really heavy. What's up, Candy Girl? It used to be really heavy into the analytics. And man, I didn't have a lot of subscribers back then, man. And I think there's some really good gems that people missed. And a lot of times, as I'm going on these other channels and I'm talking to people, I find myself re-explaining things and trying to give cliff notes of things that I've thoroughly, explored and talked about in the past. And yeah, man. So, I don't know. I'm gonna start doing some Panther Theory rewinds videos. You know what I mean? Just re-releasing some of those old and greatest hits from Panther Theory thus far, because I think we are somewhere close to about 80 live streams I've done. About 80 of these joints. You know what I mean? Now that pales in comparisons to other Panther content creators or content creators in general. But oh, hold on one second, guys. My screen just went out. Why did my screen go out? What just happened? All right, one second. Technical difficulties. Man, they don't want me telling the truth, man. They don't. I'm getting sabotaged right now. One second. One second. Why is my screen black? One second, guys. I'm still here. I'm still here. Stay with me. Stay with me. All right. All right. We back. We back. I don't know what the hell that was. West Coast Carolina was good. Said preach. I will, sir. I'm a little late because I couldn't find my headphones. Oh, we haven't talked about much yet. We ain't even got into it yet, man. Rollmaster, what's good? What's good with you, Rollmaster? Yeah, man. I just want to you know to Elizabeth's point, she said there's a better, there was a better case for starting, Andy Dalton last year than this year. And here's my thing: I'm not heavy advocating to start Andy Dalton, but for me, there's some obvious benefits um, to the situation. Right now, one thing I do want to address really quickly, and I was gonna get into this as I talked about Andy Dalton and whatnot, but what used to be popular back in the days, man, when you guys used to hear me on these podcasts, uh, I'd be up there, spitting some facts, dropping some numbers, and I started to be right so much that a little game that people like to play was, they used to do this thing where they used to say I was wrong, so everyone can get happy that I was wrong about something for 3 minutes before someone actually went and fact checked it, and and said that I was right. Right. So you guys been watching a while. You know that's something they love to do. Right. Now this one came late. Right. They I often say that you know, uh breaking up bad on my end, Elaine. Hey, how's my audio? How's my audio, people? How's my audio? Can y'all hear me? I'm good. Let me look at my phone because um the little software got a little bit of delay. So if you guys are responding to me, I don't see it for like 30 seconds. Give me a second. Let me go to my own channel. I don't see it. Sounds clear on my side. Oh yeah, okay. Hey, Roadmaster, you can't buy headphones off the Wish app, sir, or Timu. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and spend some money on some quality headphones, brother. I'm fucking with you. But yeah, man. Candy Girl said I'm good. Perfect, 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 perfect. Yeah. So, and the Panthers just dropped another little. It's not blueprint. It's some other series that they do. They just dropped, and I finished watching that. Um, Not much too noteworthy in there. They was talking to the Brad Isaac, the offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? And they were talking about the stadium renovations or whatnot. But not much to write home about. Panthers is a Panthers huddle mid camp special, is what it is. They just dropped it like 9 hours ago, so most people probably seen it already. I'm the late one. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, yeah. Put down the headphones, man. Maybe it's the headphones, brother. Maybe it's the headphones. Yeah, 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 yeah. West Coast Carolina said clear on my side. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Um, I know my man Unc did an episode yesterday, talking top 10, Bryce top 10 and something. I got busy. I meant to go back and watch it, man. I wish I could have joined. But let me I'm gonna kind of go back, see what he was talking about, and kind of as if I want to kind of how, what the hold on, guys, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I think I got like a loose cable or something somewhere. Just bear with me a second. Don't trip. Just bear with me a second. Maybe I flip this over. All right, there we go. Um, Let me plug up my other monitors. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Um, so as you guys know, Bryce Young, he put together a horrible season last year, right? I did hear my man say earlier he was top 10 in attempts. Didn't really do much with it. So you don't get credit for volume stats only when you do something with them, right? Um, yeah, the headphones trash. Yeah, man, my man got them off Timu. You get what I'm saying? When they were selling them 3 for $5, man, that should have been a good indicator that you shouldn't have rocked with them, man. You was gonna have problems, brother. What's up, Big Tight? Yeah, all right. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Um, I really feel like, and this isn't, and I say this not from the standpoint that you know Rice is a bust or nothing like that. I'm really coming at it from a standpoint of, um, let's say Bryce, underneath there is a quality starting quarterback, right? But what we saw last year was that Bryce was just simply not ready, right? And my thing is this: my first point, um, my first point is that starting Andy Dalton will help Bryce Young develop and avoid burnout, right? You said got them headphones off from TJ Maxx. Told him I only needed them for a day. Yeah, to the my first point, Bryce Young just simply isn't ready. I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, whether he's going to be a bust or not, he needs more time in the NFL. And I truly believe we saw some of the biggest improvement from Bryce the week that he sat and Andy Dalton played in Seattle. Right. And I'm afraid that if we bring Bryce Young out there again and throw him to the fire, he's holding the ball. It's just gonna completely ruin him. I think you have to sit him for his own good. What's up, K Stella? You gotta sit Bryce for his own good, right? Number two is that Andy Dalton has a proven track record. We're gonna get into the numbers real quick here. Let me share my screen. I wanted to pull up the last time Andy Dalton started full time. Andy Dalton. Wait, is this the right year? Yeah, this is it right here. All right. This is the last time Andy Dalton started. And I'm going to fire off some numbers to you guys just to compare, right? And during this time, you know, I'm going to read off to you guys. Did I accidentally close my tab? Hold on one second. During this time, I'm going to read off to you guys Andy Dalton's number one receiver was a rookie, Chris Olave. And you would say Chris Olave is a good receiver, and he is. But his best yards per reception and his best efficiency came under Andy Dalton. Right? So gonna read off, and I'm just give me a second. I'm just gonna pull up some Bryce numbers here, just so we could talk about them side by side. All right. So what you have on your screen here is Andy Dalton 2022. 2022, right? Andy's true completion percentage in 2022 ranked him up was 71.8, ranking him 11th in the NFL. Bryce Young 68.5 ranked him 29th this year, right? Andy Dalton's pressure completion percentage under pressure, right? You guys have heard me tell you that Andy Dalton under pressure, not all the not oh, the line's not blocking. We're talking about in a scenario in which there is pressure and people have broke through the line. Andy Dalton, the last year he started, his under pressure completion percentage was 47.1. He was top 10 in the league, guys. That was 10th in the league, right? Bryce Young, Bryce Young was 25th in the league this year. Play action completion percentage, right? This is Andy Dalton, 2022, right? Now this is going to be a run heavy team. And a run heavy team, one of the best benefits establishing a run is you get to play off the play action, right? So having a quarterback that can execute that properly is huge, right? And in 2022, I mean, Tom Brady's in the league, everything. Not Drew Brees, I'm lying. Tom Brady was still in the league. In 2022, Andy Dalton had a play action completion percentage of 77%. That ranked him number one in the league, guys. That's number one in the league. 77%. You know what Bryce was last year? 51%. 51.1%. Let me give him his tenth of a point. There was nobody better in the NFL than Andy Dalton while throwing from play action. Let's go further. When playing in the red zone, Andy Dalton completed 63.4% of his passes. That was fourth in the league. He was top 5 in throwing in the red zone. He's injured Alvin Kamara, leading receivers, a rookie receiver, all that shit. Clean pocket completion percentage for Andy Dalton in 2022, 69.7. Bryce Young, 61.10. 10 percentage points lower. Bryce Young was 33rd in the league. 33rd in the league. Andy Dalton was kind of middle of the pack. He was 19. I mean, just something, you know what I mean? True passer rating, he was top 5. Bryce Young, true passer rating, 29th. I mean, it's not even close. Andy Dalton, 3rd in the NFL in 2022 in red zone accuracy rating. All right. Now here's the big one. Now we're getting into we're getting into the ones that really tell you where the problems are, right? Let me line it up so it's even here. Give me a second, guys. Red zone accuracy rating. There we go. That's Andy. And then where's Bryce? All right. Bryce Young's completion percentage versus man was the worst in the league last year. Andy finished 13th. I mean, I could go on and on. Let me see if there's let me get into the catchable pass rates and stuff like that. Here we go. Catchable pass rates. Not if the receiver's open, not if XYZ. The ball that guy is delivering. Now, this is subjective, but they said that catchable balls, Andy Dalton in 2022, catchable ball rate was 82% in 2022. His 82% catchable ball rate ranked Andy Dalton top 3 in the NFL, guys. This is a guy who started 16. No, he started 15 games. He started 15 games, and his catchable pass rate was 82%, third in the NFL. Bryce Young, 68.1, landed him 50th in the NFL. Long story short, long story short, Andy offers us a stability at quarterback that Bryce Young could not. Another point I'd like to bring up. Another point. It is my opinion that starting Bryce Young over Andy Dalton puts the Panthers in a position where they are not able to fairly evaluate their talent around them. Now, before I got cut out, I was going to talk about DJ Chark. And let me go back to the chat because I might be missing something here. Before I was getting cut out, I was going to talk about DJ Chark. Because what's starting to happen now, people for some reason been saying I've been lying about DJ Chark. Yeah. You said Bryce Young should have sat behind just like I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that too. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that. People are saying I'm lying about DJ Chark. I don't know what the like, oh, he didn't have his worst yards per reception of DJ Chark. You're lying. It's so easily it's like there's that saying and I'm not making fun of nobody, man, but there's that saying that says better people to think you're a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. Right? You know, people saying theory is lying. And theory doesn't lie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to share my tab here. Sharing my tab. Okay. Is this the game log? I need the no fuck. I need the damn. I need the fucking. I don't need the game log. I need the stats. I need the stats. That's all I need. So here we go. Carolina. Okay. So DJ Chark had 66 catches, 525 yards, 15 yards per reception. 15 yards per reception. Right? Now, I distinctly say when you remove the Seattle game, it's his worst yards per reception in his career. Specifically, if you remove the game that Andy Dalton started in, it's his worst yards per reception. It's abysmal, right? You can see 12, 13, 13, 22, 16, and this year is 15, right? In the Seattle game, he had 11. I'm going to do the math live because people keep saying I'm lying, right? I don't know. This is easily checkable, right? So you take 525, you do minus 86 yards. That leaves you with 439 yards, right? You take 66 catches and you minus 11, and that leaves you with 55 catches. 439 divided by 55 is 7.98 yards per reception. 7.98 yards per reception. Hence, if you remove the Seattle game, it's his worst yards per reception, guys. All right. So everyone's saying I'm lying. You just do the math. It's fairly simple math, right? And though Chris Olave has only been around 2 years, his best yards per reception came under Andy Dalton. Right. Nick, we drafted the wrong little mother MF and quarterback. That's a fact. DK Kingpin, here we go again. Yeah, here we go. I appreciate you, Eric. Bring the stats. You don't say shit, just say it. Yeah. Oh, you don't say shit just to say it. Yeah. I'm not gonna be selling you guys a dream, right? We're just gonna lay it all the way out, man. We're gonna lay it all the way fuck out. Hey, Sarah, like Eves about the backhand Bryce fans. That's a fact. So you got this quarterback that now I said all that to say this. I say all that to say this. With every receiver under Bryce having their lowest yards per reception and lowest efficiency in their career, how could you adequately evaluate any of the talent on this team, right? With Bryce Young starting. You're going to roll into the offseason based on Bryce's limited ability to get these receivers the ball and make decisions off of that. Just like this offseason, we made the decision to move on from DJ Chark, thinking he wasn't a deep threat, but Andy Dalton proved otherwise. Andy Dalton, let's go back to the game log. Let's go back to the game log. Go back to the game log. Okay. All right. So, quick scan. I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. Okay, here we go. Yes. All right. So, Andy Dalton had a 21.5% yards per reception in the Seattle game. 21.5 yards per reception in the Seattle game. He never got anywhere close to 20 until he eclipsed it in Tampa Bay the last game of the season. If you guys remember, this was the game in which Bryce Young had 97 or 94 yards. I can't remember. Just go fact check me. Eric said 94 and it's really 97. Yeah, get your moment, right? Right. But in that 97-yard game, 44 of the yards came on a busted coverage to DJ Chark. So DJ Chark had 46 yards in that game, but one of the catches came on a busted catch for 44 yards. And I think he like fumbled it or like went out of bounds or something like that, and people were mad at him or some shit because he took a touchdown off the board. I don't. You guys remember that shit? It was hard to watch, so I try to forget it. I say all that to say this: the type of explosiveness you saw with Andy Dalton, because if you guys remember coming into that Seattle game, Bryce Young had the worst yards per attempt in NFL history, 4.2 yards per attempt going into there, right? Now, luckily, he improved. He improved to where at the end of the season, he was only fifth worst all times, right? It wasn't worse, right? And he was going into that game, he was 31% from 15 plus yards, which was the worst in NFL history. It was 3 games in, but it was a horrific 3 games. I'm saying all that to say this, right? I'm saying all that to say this is that the type of explosiveness we saw in that game from Andy Dalton, if we could have had anything close to that during the season, we're talking about a whole different Panthers team. And we're talking about looking at our players in a completely different way, right? DJ Chark had 11 catches for 86 yards with with Andy Dalton. His second highest total of the season. The only second high, the highest came in the Green Bay game, who was fresh off the worst PFF grade in the past 10 years in PFF history. Let me get back to the joint. Nick, what's good, bro? Andy makes Andy doesn't make us better than Bryce. You don't even believe that. I just showed you this man was top 3 in the NFL in many top 5 in the NFL in many categories. Say YouTube tripping, no notification. Yeah. We got a Bryce stand at the YouTube headquarters. Yeah, that's all good, man. We're gonna play past it. 336 was good. Man, all that shit they was talking to you about Boston a couple of days ago, man. I mean, it kind of hits different now. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to get young Shooter back up here, man, to explain himself, man. He was talking a lot of shit about Boston. These motherfuckers about to win a championship, man. So, young Shooter, if you're out there, man, let's get you up here, man. You might have some explaining to do, man. Yeah. He came in for one game, lit it up. Doesn't mean he should start. Nick, have you been listening, sir? I haven't been basing my argument off the one game. I've been basing my argument off of the last season he started. And if you take the last season he started, and he was top 10 in many categories. And then you look at this dude who comes in. If you guys remember the offseason, man, I went to FanFest. They won't even letting Andy Dalton throw like that. He was missing during training camp for personal reasons. I mean, he was just not even participating in the offseason, right? Preseason, he barely played. Despite being the backup quarterback, he barely played in the preseason. Then he comes off the bench and lights it up. Fresh off a big-time 2022 year where he proved he was still a starting quarterback. That's what I'm basing my argument off of. And the fact that we saw this man make throws that Bryce Young was just not capable of throwing. Now, let me show you guys how Bryce Young benefited from sitting. Let me share this tab instead. I'm going to start in Atlanta, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. All right. So this shit is terrible, man. What the hell? All right. Adam Thielen's first game, he got 2 targets, 2 receptions for 12 yards, guys. 2 targets, 2 receptions for 12 yards. New Orleans the next week, 54 yards, guys. 54 yards. Then comes his best game of the season. Adam Thielen's best game of the season, 145 yards. But it's not just his best game of the season. It's not just his best game of the season. It's his second best yards per reception on the season, meaning he's being targeted at a higher level. The quarterback's more efficient. He's finding him deeper. 13.2, right? The highest of the season was 15.7. came against the team fresh off the worst pass protection grade in the past 10 years of PFF history, and their defensive coordinator was fired. It's the team that Desmond Ridder lit up. But besides that game, Andy Dalton found Adam Thielen for 13.2. Look what happens when Bryce comes back in. 10.9, okay, not bad. 9.7, a little low, not bad. 10, 9, 5.8, 9.3, 2 yards per reception, right? 8.3, 6.3, and 6 yards per reception. I mean, there's too many patterns to be a coincidence at this point. Then when I show you guys that oh, it's the pressure. You mean to tell me if Bryce Young is being pressured and he's the worst completion percentage under pressure, that the guy that was number 1 in the league in 2022 under pressure wouldn't be better? Number 1 QBR under pressure, number 1 completion percentage under pressure. As my man Al say, y'all got to stop it, bro. You got to stop it, bro. You got to stop it. I'll be saying it 3 times in a row like that, too. Shout out to Al. Does Bryce do anything well? No, sir. No, senor. Nick holding Bryce a baby bag. Oh, man. My man Nick Kane was good, man. Team Red Rifle. Right. But, one thing that I wanted to point out just real quick was that after the Seattle game, the 11 for 14, right? So this man had 2 games, a total of 60 yards, 66 yards in 2 games. Has 145 in Seattle. And then it's that aha moment for Bryce. Like, oh, Adam Thielen is open. Right? Then it's 7 catches, 76, 13 catches, 107, 13 catches, 115, 11 catches, 72, 5 catches for 29, a little dud, right? A little bit of a dud. But he kind of had that aha moment. The week that Bryce set was the biggest improvement we saw in Bryce's game. DJ Chark can't do shit unless Bryce gets in the ball. That's a fact. I'm only looking at a lot of time across the Panther spheres, people make a lot of excuses, guys. Well, it's because of this, it's because of that. Well, they make excuses, and then it gets to the point where it's like the real statistics don't fit their narrative, so they choose to deny them. I was talking to JT Sports one time, and I was like, well, what do you mean Bryce doesn't have guys that can't get open? Because DJ Chark started the last 10 games of the season in 2022, and he led the league in yards per reception. Nobody was better in the league in getting down the field than DJ Chark was. He averaged a big play a game. And to say he doesn't have anyone to get deep, and that's not to say he's the most elite guy in the league with it, but if you were the best in the league for that period of time in 2022, you got to be somewhat decent in it. You get what I'm saying? And so for that guy to be limited down to 7 yards per reception, that's the Bryce effect, guys. So that's a long-winded way of me saying that the Bryce effect is going to make it very hard to evaluate these weapons. The Xavier Legette, who I said is going to struggle under Bryce because Xavier Legette's weakness is short area route running. His strength is intermediate and deep, positioning on deep balls, going up there to get it, 50-50 balls. The things that Bryce has struggled with. And what I think is going to happen is the fan base is going to turn on Xavier Leggett. Oh, he's a bust. He's a bust. Look, look. DJ Chark is washed up. Jonathan Mingo is a bad pick. He's a bust. Oh, TMJ is a bust. He's a bad pick. You guys are going to do the same shit with Xavier Leggett. There comes a point where you just have to start looking at the common denominator, especially when they've done well other places. I'm way behind on the comments. My fault. Give me a second, guys. Let me drop the link. Talk my ass off. And players came back from that. I don't know what you mean, Nick. I mean, I will say this is that, as I told you guys about yards per drop back, 431 players have thrown the ball since 2011, right? Out of those 431s, as far as yards per drop back, Bryce is ranked 431st, right? Bryce is ranked 431st out of 34 qualified quarterbacks in yards per drop back. No one who finished 300th or lower finished their rookie contract. And he is dead last. Now, one of my final points here I want to make is that, well, I have 2 points actually. I'll make this one really quick. Now, if you put Bryce out there and we win 5-6 games like I think we are, the quarterback class isn't as good next year coming out. You have Shedeur and you have, what's that guy named? Beck or something like that. I haven't really done a lot of research, but there's basically 2 guys that they're projecting to go in the top 5. Right. And the quarterback class isn't good. And I think, from that standpoint, it just doesn't it makes more sense to get out here because winning is a culture. Right? You want to start establishing a winning culture. And, Bryce Young, balls dying out of the air and shit like that, this shit is not going to look good this year. And the NFL and NBA, there's a long history of, and as I'm saying this, I'm going to pin the link in the chat. There's a long history of teams kind of just sucking for years and decades because winning itself is a culture. Sometimes when you look in the NBA, there's been teams that have been at the bottom so long, they're constantly getting top picks. They're, constantly getting the best players in the draft, and they continuously suck. The Panthers, before David Tepper, were already a team that didn't have, the only team in the league that didn't have back-to-back seasons over 500. Red Swarm 90. I appreciate that super sticker, sir. I'm way behind on the things. I appreciate the angle that you provide and the facts and the stats that you deliver. Keep doing your thing, brother. I appreciate you, Red Swarm, man. I appreciate those kind words. I was listening in the background on what is it, Black Cat Podcast? I listen to brothers. It's Kendall, and them. And I appreciate your kind words, sir. You had a little segment where you were talking about me or whatever, and so I appreciate that big time. And I definitely appreciate the vote of confidence in the $10, man. You get what I'm saying? Um, where was I? But yeah, I was talking about just establishing a winning culture, right? Let me drop that link. Let me pin the link, man. Y'all know, your boy can't freaking multitask. Let me pin that. All right. Is it bucket with your girl? I always said it wrong. What's good with you? Glad you're here. I appreciate the non-Panther fans that are here, man. You know what I mean? Y'all showing me love and support. Now it might have a lot to do with me talking shit about Bryce, man. But when we start winning with Andy, I hope you guys still stick around, man, and y'all rocking with us. You get what I'm saying? All right, because when Bryce starts sucking this year, I'm gonna lose some subscribers because y'all not gonna like that version of me, man. We gonna be deep into the analytics. You know what I'm saying? But I was talking about establishing a winning culture. And, you know, if you guys saw it, man, I mentioned this before. Uh, Players play different when they have a quarterback they believe in, right? When you saw CJ Stroud in that playoff game, the energy was insane. Receivers run their routes harder, offensive line blocks better. You get what I'm saying? Be good. What's up, bro? I don't want to go on a
Not
tangent.
much.
How's your foot doing, man?
It's all right.
Yeah, and
I
just
went.
just
I'm trying to interrupt you.
yeah,
Go ahead and speak on what you were speaking on.
yeah. I was gonna say this. One of the biggest concerns that I have, guys, when I said that the game is too much for Bryce and he's not ready. One thing that you guys have to get through your head: no matter the quarterback that you think had a worse season than Bryce Young. I mean, granted, there really ain't one, right? No matter who you think that guy is, that rookie quarterback got better as the season progressed. Bryce is probably the only one that I've ever seen that did not progress. Mostly all rookie quarterbacks progress eventually. Now, when a lot of times when that progression stops, it's still not good enough, and then you kind of just move on from that quarterback. But for as much as you guys hate Frank Reich, Bryce only threw for 200 yards 5 times last year. 5 times. And of those 5 times, 4 of them were under Frank Reich. 4 of the 5 were under Frank Reich. And then I'm going to pull up the stats because I don't like to just say things without showing you guys. But Bryce Young, throughout the season, got progressively worse, despite the competition not necessarily getting better. Is that the competition was figuring him out. The competition started to play to Bryce Young's weaknesses. Man, I was talking my ass off, bro. It just completely lost connection. Yeah, I just completely lost connection. My bad. I don't know how long that was going on. Um, but Suave the smooth goat was good, man. Um, get that Uncle Leroy dude on here. He be cracking me up. Yeah, Uncle Leroy funny as hell, man. I fuck with him. Yeah, I don't know. B Print 101. What's good, man? Yeah, I don't know how long I've been out, man. But I was talking about no matter how you feel about any quarterback that was doing worse, Bryce is probably only one of the only rookie quarterbacks that I saw that progressively got worse. Four out of his five, you know, freaking Faye, what's good, man? Excuses for Frank now? Fade, you funny, bro. 4 out of 5 of his 200-yard games came under Frank, right? I don't know if you guys had heard that part, but I've said it before. I've said that before. He said, "Do you realize that all 4 teams in the division have new offensive coordinators? Should be a very interesting year." Yeah, brother. But yeah, hey, Uncle Quan, what's good? There's be good.
Yeah, bro.
Actually,
I about to hit you up. I about to say, bro, if you talking, nobody can hear you.
I was talking my ass off too, bro.
I bet so.
I had, I started talking about those last 3 games. I was hitting the stride, man. I'm like, wait, hold on, what's going on? I turned to you like, hey, be good. What you think, bro? I was like, where my dude at?
Yeah, my fault. I should have texted you, bro. I was thinking about it. I just thought you were trying to like fix your connection.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. No, I would be lying if I said I. You know what? I did know this, but it didn't really register in my head that. Well, I guess I didn't know the Saints had a new offensive coordinator. I haven't really been paying attention to what the Saints have been going on. I've been up on the Bucks and the Falcons, but the Saints have been quiet in my world, man. What are your thoughts, Be good?
On which team? The whole division or just the Saints?
No, I just don't everything I said, man. I laid out a good case to start Andy. I know it's
Yeah, no,
blasphemous to some people.
yeah, no. It sounds good with me, cause when we seen Andy play, even though like people say it was one game, we know he got the ability to get the ball. You know what I'm saying to his wide receivers.
Well, I take it back to
Bryce can't do that.
2022. Yeah, I take it back to 22 when he was top 5 in a lot of major categories, right? Um, you know, Bryce is not good in play action, guys, and this is a run team. Andy Dalton was #1 in the league in completion percentage in play action in 2022. We're not talking one game.
I got you. It's just like I said, people. I mean, it's the new age. I call them new age fans now. Back in the day, they would listen to us talk when we explain like the issues when it comes to like
He's
particular
not
sports.
romancing.
But now everybody's an analyst now. I swear it ain't. You know what I mean? It's not him. It's the team fault, and I think that's the problem.
Yeah, man. What happened to the podcast world is kind of what happened to rap music, man. You know, YouTube and clouds, whatever the fuck it's called, made it accessible for everyone to drop music, right? So you can hear everybody's opinion, you can hear everybody's music, and there's a lot of terrible shit out there, a lot of excuse
Yeah,
making.
yeah.
Andy
Now
Dalton has
that's the
playoff
thing.
potential. You're right, Eric. Facts. Go ahead, be good.
Like, as a fighter, I mean, anybody who plays sports, that stuff kills me when I be hearing some of the excuses. Because when you hear, you know they didn't play sports. You know what I'm saying?
Fact,
Because no
fact.
person would talk like the way it has certain people talking. And anybody knows what I'm talking about who plays sports. That's why I say people can say I'm blunt with it, but it's like, bro, when it comes to the sports world, hey, it's survival of the fittest. You know what I'm saying? Either you
Facts.
can or you cannot. If you don't understand what I'm saying on that, like I'll tell you right now, if I was on the Panthers right now, I seen what I seen with my quarterback. Hey, I'm gonna choke that little motherfucker. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody says.
Oh
I mean,
man,
like think about it. Like anybody who play, I don't care, grade school, middle school, high school, college. We all know it's always gonna be that one dude who starts who shouldn't be on, who shouldn't be starting. We know he ain't
yeah,
nothing, but we can't do nothing because I mean, wherever it's made, coach's son, you know what I mean? Parents been
man. I've
paying,
been.
what I'm saying, the football team for the jersey. We know he shouldn't be out there. But you know what I mean? There's nothing we can do about it. And he always gonna get beat.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Elon.
No, you're good. You're good, man. I've been seeing. Been seeing mock drafts with Sador Sanders as a top 3 pick. I've seen shit with him number 1. Is he that nice? I know he's a
Uh,
first round
I
pick,
mean,
but
I'm not gonna say he's bad, Elaine. I mean, be honest. Who I'm looking for to show out this year is my guy from Miami, the quarterback. What's it, Cam Ward? He's like 6'2", 230 or something like that, but he got a cannon for an arm. He
yeah,
can elude pressure, stuff like that. That's who I would like, but it just depends if he had that year or not. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Carson Beck and Sador are touted as two of the best two quarterbacks going to come out next year. And most people got a problem with both. Tell you the truth, I've heard people say he's not a franchise. Carson Beck's not a franchise quarterback or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is this: is that the Panthers should just put their best foot forward. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, I agree with you saying on that. But like I said, for me, I'm gonna have to watch the tape. Because you remember when I told you when I watched my man from that got picked up for the 49ers? You know, I'm talking
Yeah.
about that one. I still think I
For the
got a great
quarterback?
eye for talent. I mean, I didn't think he was gonna go in the first round, but they picked him up. You know, the guy that what's his name from Florida? Well, I say is the best hands catcher in the draft. I think he's gonna be a special guy
Yeah.
for
They
him.
did go receiver. I can't remember. Yeah. They did go
Yeah.
receiver. I can't remember. I had to go back and
But
look.
like I said, I gotta look at the tape because a lot of people like to see certain type of plays and stuff like that. See, he got it. I like, nah, it's so much more when it comes to football. You know what I mean? So, like I
Mhm.
said, I'll be real. I haven't even looked at Carson Beck's film, so I got to look at it just to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too. I'm not gonna speak on the key to winning a debate, guys. Don't speak on things you don't know. I don't know much about Carson Beck, right? I only know what people have said. I know a lot of people are saying that even though he's projected to do X, Y, Z, he's not a top quarterback or whatever like that. So if Bryce gets in there and stinks it up, and we get the first overall pick, we're not going to be in a position to get a good quarterback, right? Assuming what everyone's saying was right about Shador and Carson Beck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, like I said, with this team, I don't expect a winning record, stuff like that. I mean, like I said, I even had like Panthers fans argue me down about our number one wide receiver now. You know what I mean? Talking about he was a number one. I was like, bro, what you hear what you saying was, you know what I'm saying, a number one. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I don't really
Excellent point
expect too
here.
much. Like I said, you said what?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You say you don't really expect a lot.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead. I was done. Go ahead, Eli.
My man, is that Khalif? F I
Khalil. I think it's
It's
Khalil.
really yeah, it's really small. Yeah. Oh, it's an L at the end. Okay, Wesley. Um, my thing is this: you're talking about a team that has won 7 games in 2 years, whose number one receiver had never caught more than 44 catches in a year. And when that guy went out, he made another guy a number one receiver. And when that guy went out, he brought a no-namer named Noah Brown and made him a number one receiver for 172 yards. When you got a quarterback doing all that type of shit, he is the reason that the Texans are in the playoffs, right? No
Yeah,
excuses. You can't tell me that these receivers who have done absolutely nothing in the NFL go to the Texans, have their best season yet, and as they go down, he just elevates a new one, a new one, and a new one over and over and over again.
yeah.
It's
I
beyond
mean, tell them
separation.
what they were saying, Elaine. My
Yeah.
fault. Tell them what they were saying. Whoever went to the test is gonna be in the worst situation. You know what I'm saying? Before the season
Yep.
started, that's what
That's what
everybody
I'm
was
saying.
saying.
That's what they're saying. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly
But
what they
like
were
you
saying.
said, didn't have no good wide receivers. Didn't have a great offensive line. But something had magically had he got the right quarterback. I
Yeah.
mean, my humble opinion, I think he had the best rookie season probably of all time. I'm talking about when it comes to winning and all that, Elaine. You know what I mean? I know it's gonna be some guys that had better numbers, but how his impact was on that team, not to have any wide
Yeah.
receivers, stuff like that. I mean, I know some people can throw like
Yeah.
Cam Newton rookie year, or maybe the guy the year after him, what's his name, Andrew Luck. But we knew that team wasn't a playoff team. It's just when their quarterback went down, you know what I'm talking about with Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
He had the weapons already there.
My,
CJ
my man
Stroud
said
didn't have anything.
facts. My man said y'all worse than Lifetime. All you're missing is the wine and the ice cream.
Uh, Tell him,
Uh,
he a Tar Heels fan. You know what I mean?
Shout out
What
to
he
Eternal
happy about in
252.
life?
Eternal
Well, no,
252. Unfortunately, we don't
yeah,
make excuses over here. We just give the real. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You a long
that's the
time
problem,
listener, man.
Elaine.
Huh?
That's the problem. They
What's the
want they
problem?
want you to be nice with them. They want you to be. I mean, can I cuss on here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they want somebody to treat them like they bitch. You know what I mean? When they
Yeah,
get
yeah,
when they get their ass beat, nah, you ain't doing that bad. You almost had them. You know what I mean? They
yeah.
want that type of talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the problem with them.
Yeah, hey guys, you know what, man? I was watching that Panther shit, and they were playing the Panther players were playing the old Madden. Bryce Young had the controller all fucking upside down and shit. Couldn't figure out how to use the controller. I said, this motherfucker ain't even a good quarterback on Madden, man. What the hell? And my thing is this: you know, somebody who wasn't an excuse maker, fucking Cam Newton. Cam Newton wasn't no damn excuse maker. Cam Newton is what changed the culture for the Panthers. Because when Cam Newton came to the Panthers, some of the Panther players was on some of that, oh, we'll get him next time, bro shit. He blew up on Greg Olsen his rookie season for coming to him saying that shit. Making excuses. Oh, you know, we still trying to build. Oh, we're still a remaking team. You get what I'm saying? He
Yeah, I hate
said,
when
I
people
remember
talk like that, Elaine. I mean, I'll just tell you that right now. I understand. Look, we had a bad day. We're gonna get this girl right. You know what I'm saying? Right next game. Not bro. We got time. I hate when people say that. You know what I mean? I hate it
correct.
because I feel like that's a loser's mentality.
CJ is a beast. You're goddamn right. He's a beast. And this is the type of shit that's going to be talked about in the realm of Ryan Leaf, Peyton Manning, guys. Eternal 252, what's good, brother? You said first off, let me show love. One love, Elaine. Second, there's nothing wrong with how you feel, but the new season starts in 2 months. Let last year go. No, we're not talking about that last year. We're
He's a
talking
hopeful,
about
Elaine.
huh?
He's a
What's
hopeful,
up?
hopeful. He's a hopeful
No,
thinker. I
and there's
call
nothing
people
wrong with
like that
being
a hope.
there's nothing wrong with being hopeful. I don't talk about last year. I talk about Bryce Young's capabilities, and I use last year as an example because it's the only year I have to showcase his capabilities. His lack of arm strength. I can't talk about his lack of arm strength without pointing to examples. I can't talk about my fear of him not being better this year without pointing to the fact that he progressively got worse as the season ended. So I'm expecting that downtrend to go on. So yeah, shout out to Eternal 252. But yeah, that's kind of what I do here, man. You get what I'm saying? So instead of people going, everything is great, he's gonna throw for 50 touchdowns. Well, I use what I saw on film to kind of tell you what's a realistic expectation.
Yeah. I
Because if you're
mean,
not
like I
looking at
said,
his
if you
weakness,
got to be, hey,
I don't know
I
why.
would say this, Elaine. My fault. Go ahead, bro.
No,
My fault.
no, I was gonna,
Oh, like I said, I'd rather let somebody give me the blunt truth about certain things. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I ain't saying you got to be like an asshole about it, but hey, you be direct. Be like, hey, look, bro, you ain't producing. What we gonna do about this situation? You know what I'm saying?
My
I
man
mean, I
said
think that's the
Eternal
way
is
it
a
goes.
Bryce. My fault.
I mean,
I don't think
he
Eternal's
just
the right
wants the best
second.
for the team. I think he
He
wants the
do,
best
man.
for the
Because here's the
team.
thing. I was looking at the
Go ahead, bro.
old podcasts I've done months ago. Eternal one, two, three. Can y'all hear me? Flame for Jesus. What's good? What's good, man? Say happy Father's Day. Yeah, what's up with you, man? Yeah, the audio having some connection issues, man. I gotta check what internet package I have, man. It ain't really been a problem lately, but I mean, in the past, but as of late, it seems to be a little bit of an issue. I mean, be goods in the house.
What's going on, brother?
I don't know, man. Jesus Christ, I
Like
need to.
temper, hey, temper trying to cancel you out, bro.
I'm telling you, man. What did I miss, man? It said making excuses for Frank. I saw that. Eternal 252. I saw that. Shout out to the homie Eternal 252. Um, man, condolences 252. My man said his father's funeral is tomorrow. So big
Well,
condolences,
shout
brother.
out to him, man.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
strong. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
sir.
That's
I'm
the
not
best
much
thing
of
I
a
can tell.
praying man, but I'm sending you positive vibes, brother. Sending positive vibes. I know how that shit could be, man. I lost a sister to cancer, man. So, not saying I don't know what's going to happen to your father, but I'm just saying I know what it's like to lose someone that's close to you. Um, yeah, K Stellar, facts. What was I talking about, man?
I don't know. It made me forget.
Yeah, I forgot. Um,
We was talking about Bryce Young for a second. Then
I was making a
we
I
went
was
to
making a
Cam Newton.
joke about him playing Mad, and he had the controller all upside down and shit. So we in trouble.
Yeah, yeah, he a nerd. You know what I mean?
He should be sick on them
You know, I mean,
controllers, then, man.
yeah. I mean, it's not wrong being a nerd. Like I said, do I want my guys to be smart? Yeah, but you gotta have, you know what I'm saying? I want to see
Yeah,
your playing the football field be good too. You know what I mean? I need you to be a
yeah,
surgeon out there.
yeah,
He ain't like that. But what you
man.
been up to, Elaine? I see you been busy. You know what I mean?
Busy or not busy, man? I ain't posting 5 days, man.
That's what I'm saying. I figure like not
Yeah.
YouTube. I'm saying outside of
Oh, and life,
YouTube, bro.
man, I
I'm
just been
assuming you been
enjoying
busy.
life, man. It was I've been doing some heavy work on other YouTube channels, man. I've been, the Leo debate, been jumping on, talking to my man PPP. Then, just decided to take a little bit
Oh,
of break, man. All that
yeah, like talking to that liar. I'm talking
all
about
these systems.
PPP. Be lying. You know what I'm saying?
PPP been on a rampage against Andy Dalton, man. This episode's dedicated to PPP, man. Shout out to PPP. Talking about the
Yeah.
Andy bowl, Andy won't that good.
Shit,
Y'all
man.
don't think
Yeah. My question is, what was Bryce did? Andy wasn't
this
good.
my man whole thing though. There's a little bit of sarcasm in there, facetiousness in it, where he says, "I'm talking about Bryce the way you got Andy, the way you guys talk about Bryce." Not quite the same, but I get he's trying to be funny. He's fucking with us
No,
a little
I
bit.
mean, I get what he's doing. I'm when I say lying, I'm not saying like, oh, you just a
Yeah,
liar, but you
yeah,
know what I'm saying. I'm joking around as I'm
yeah,
saying. So
yeah. But nah, yeah, man. I just been enjoying life, man. You know what I mean? Just taking a little break. Got a trip to South America coming up.
yeah, I'm about to say, I thought you was already in Brazil or something.
Nah, we're gonna go to Colombia. Um, when the fuck am I going to Colombia? Holy shit. July 9th. July 9th. I'll be in Colombia. We'll be in Colombia for like a week, July 9th. And yeah, so you guys might not hear from me then. And then August 1st, I have my second surgery. So you guys might not hear from me about 3-4 days. But I'm gonna have a lot of the earlier heavy analytic stuff I did that a lot of people haven't seen. I'm gonna be re-releasing some of that stuff, man. Just a little heat to keep y'all warm. You know what I'm saying? Um, and yeah, man, yeah. I just you know, and then eventually once we get into training camp and all that shit like that, we're gonna talk about this year coming up. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about the things that we're seeing in training camp and the whole nine. And yeah, but no, that's what I got going on, man. Did you catch the
About to
debate on
say,
Big Cat's channel with me and Leo?
yeah, I told you the stack of Legos. You know what I mean? I never
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
let
so
that
you
fool.
did catch it.
Yeah, I said it last week. Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
remember that talking to your boy
That's right.
Hashi. You know what I mean?
I remember.
So
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Hashi. talking to him yesterday, man.
He seemed like a good dude, bro. You know what I mean?
He is. I've known him.
Yeah, I like how he be trying to play that on the fence of being like on both, not say both sides, but how he was doing it. You know what I mean? I think I can tell where his policies are, but you know what I'm saying? I'll leave it there. You know what I mean?
He has this abstract way. He tries to get people to see both sides to find a common medium.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I said, you know what? I see what you're doing. I'm gonna let you kind of try it out, man. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I can feel like what, cause like I said, I keep up with the political stream and all that. Like, you know what I mean? You already
yeah,
know where I sit on the side. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I could tell he was doing that little both sides on certain things. But when some real stuff kind of came out, I was like, yeah, I think I know what side he comes out on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or at least on social issues. Can I say that? Social
yeah,
issues, not
me and my boy,
economic.
we got a political channel that we're planning on dropping. We are very different politically. So we're trying to understand how that shit's gonna work out. What should be the premise of the show, but we got a little politics channel we're gonna kick off pretty soon.
I got you. Not there, because I'm about to call it a day in about 25 minutes. Hey, are you going to order that Tank Davis versus Frank Martin fight?
Nah, probably not, man. I'm a chill, man. When is it, tomorrow?
Yeah. It's on Amazon though, bro. Where it's gonna be
On
$90. You
Amazon?
know what I'm saying? Huh? Yeah,
You
Amazon
said,
Prime.
it's how much is it?
84.99. So it's probably gonna go up to probably about $90.
It's
Or
not
88,
it's not
89.
it's not free for Prime people on Prime.
Nah, you gotta pay for that because they got in a box and they bought out uh what can I
Interesting.
Showtime. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
What you call it?
Mm. Only reason, I
Yeah,
mean, paying $90 to see one boxing match. The only reason that makes sense is if I threw a
oh,
party or something.
they got my man on there too. They got not Caleb Plant. He beat Caleb Plant. What's his name? Benavidez on there too. He's on that fight
Yeah,
card.
yeah, man.
So
If
I
I was
mean,
gonna
I ain't
fight
gonna
some
sit there and
people,
say,
you go ahead.
I don't go ahead. Go ahead.
If you was gonna invite some people to the crib, man, everybody put $5 in or something.
That's what I've been thinking. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I already got
Yeah,
a whole bunch of money bet on it. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I've been hitting some people around like, hey, four people is only gonna be like $22, or you know what I'm saying, or three people or something like that. But
yeah.
I mean, shout out to me. Hey, if I got to order it by myself, I will. It is what it is.
That's a
Shout out.
fact,
Hey, you
man.
doing anything for Father's Day with your father? I mean, if you close to your family, I don't know your personal life.
Nah, I probably call them, man. You know what I mean? I probably ain't gonna go nowhere though. I hit up
I
my
shout out
pop.
to my dad. He like, listen to this. I already bought my dad a big old thing of beer. You know what I'm saying? He want them beer drink. But
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? But I end up getting I mean, he like to play like you know what I'm saying, card games, but I
yeah.
never been to, you know what I'm saying, best at them, but fun joke because I know there's gonna be drink. I end up getting them big old like big giant Uno cards. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, yeah,
You ever
man.
seen
So yeah.
those before?
Nah, I haven't. I haven't.
Them things right in here, some things like 5 pounds, bro.
God damn. Yeah, man. Hey,
I
man.
was
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
go
Oh, go
ahead.
ahead, big up. Sorry, I mean cut you off, brother.
No. I said this dude a little something. You know what I mean? I know he like to play other card games, but I just figured since he's gonna have a family, we can just do a little something like that. Hopefully, don't get too competitive. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all be getting competitive, man.
I mean, it could be card games, basketball. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man, hey man, shout out to everybody, man. Definitely spend time with your fathers. You get what I'm saying? Some of us don't have our father here. And yeah, so cherish the people in your life while they're still here, man. All for it.
I got you.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
but hey, you said you expect us to win like 4 games this year, right?
I got us winning under five. Under five is what I
Under
got us
five.
doing. Yeah.
I got you.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, I said 3, maybe 5 at
Mm,
best. I wanted to bring a real question to you. When you
yes,
think
sir.
he'll pull the plug on Bryce? Like, say for instance, like we're losing games, which me you expect. Because I mean, I looked at schedule. We can basically be 1-10, or I mean 1-10 or 0-11 before we win our first game. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah,
good possibility. So I
yeah.
mean, when you hit like a certain what, go ahead, go ahead.
I think it got to look real bad for us not to ride till the wheels fall off, man. I really think they're just gonna ride this shit to the end, bro. They're
I
gonna
got
let
you. I
Bryce.
was just
Yeah,
I was looking at it like this. Okay, so let's just say we do go over or like 1-10.
yeah, yeah,
We already know the season lost. I mean, I get
yeah,
what you're saying, ride them out and maybe you can get like something for him, but
yeah.
why not just go ahead and put Andy in? Because I mean, I don't expect him to win so much, but if we was this to get 2 or 3 games, you know what I mean? We're like, okay, we all know he's not the guy.
Yeah. And one of my big things that I think a lot of people overlook that Bryce makes it very hard to evaluate the rest of the talent on the team.
I totally agree, Lane,
Yeah,
because
I PM.
everybody had historical lows.
Yeah, DJ Chark didn't look like a deep threat no more. What deep threat on the team is not going to look like a deep threat because Bryce Young is throwing to him this year? Xavier Leggett, maybe. You get what I'm saying? you know, um, TMJ has to get the fuck out of Carolina for his own good at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I know he asked for a trade last year. He should have been, bro. He should have just asked for his walking papers. Cause
Yeah.
I mean, bro, when he played when he had Steve Wilkes and stuff like that, it showed when he get on the field, he can produce. It even showed last year when he got to play. But
Yeah.
he done did something. He done fucked somebody's wife or something. You know what I
I
mean?
swear to God, he
I
did
never
something.
seen I never seen something like that. Like especially with that lame excuse where Frank Wright said, he like, "Oh, I just forgot to put him in the game." I was
Like,
like,
what
"What?"
the fuck?
Somebody, you know what I'm saying? He done did something to somebody.
I feel like I did. I've been meaning to do a TMJ episode for a long time. I don't know if I ever did it or not. I need to go back and look, man. Done a lot of episodes. I don't know if I've ever done the TMJ episode.
But let me ask you, Elaine, do you still feel like for me, I already said it's gonna be a 7 year process if we get certain things right. Do you still feel like it's gonna be a 3 to 5 year process with this team?
Three. I feel like on the low end, three. I feel like we're a quarterback away.
Oh, okay. But what we gonna
CJ,
do about the defensive end? We just got a whole bunch of bubble starters. You know what that
yeah.
means, bubble starters, maybe.
Well, yeah, you got a few stopgap guys, man, but I think you could slowly fill that in. Um, I think if you go get a solidified pass rusher, like a really good pass rusher, that covers up a lot on your defense, right? Um,
Hmm.
we might end up because one of the top guys in the draft next year is what's that dude who's the defensive end or whatever. They're saying he's a beast, right? We might play ourselves in a position where he's sitting right there for us. We're the third overall pick or some shit like that, fourth overall pick, and we got that pass rusher sitting right there. You get what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah, I
what
got
what
you.
draft what draft picks do we have? We have a first. We have one second round pick. Is that once a
Yeah,
first and a
yeah. We
second?
got 1 second.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's just like Elaine. When I look at this team, cause like I told you how I feel about Dan Morgan. I think he was part
Yeah.
of the old regime. I think that was the problem
Yeah.
when it came down to it. And like how he signed the stuff instead of doing a total rebuild. You can't sit there and say they just been plugging in players. You know what I mean? I don't think he has
He's
a
definitely
future plan on how to build a team.
he's definitely doing a
And
retool. But I would say he's orchestrated one of the best off seasons in Panther history, though I would have preferred us to tear it all down and
yeah,
get
I
more
got
draft
you.
capital.
I mean, that's how I feel, Elaine. I just think he tried to do a retool, and I understand some point because you want to, hey, some people get somewhat excited, but it's just like right now we need so much. We only can technically say we got one superstar on the team, and that's Derrick Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean
big, big,
offensive
big
weapons.
fat, big fat red swan. Hey, and my thing is this too, Flame for Jesus. I know you don't know me well, brother, but if you need anything, bro, my email, reach out to me. I'll give you my phone number, bro, and whatever you need. You know what I mean? I would be more than happy to help you, brother. And I mean that. I know a lot of people just be like, well, just reach out to me. I got you. No, I mean that, brother. Let me kill that.
That's your family calling right there. They heard what you said. They said
Nah, that's my
pick up that damn phone. You know,
that was actually Hashi. I'm gonna hit him back later.
tell them I said what's up though, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit him back later. Yeah,
All right, but you
but
said
yeah,
he
man.
was your political partner. I mean, not partner, but
We
debater. I mean,
debated
he
on
be
we
doing
debated on a
debates.
lot of stuff, man. And yeah, he was working for a company that I used to work for when I got my first software engineering job. He worked. I don't want to say his position, and you don't want to, but he was working there or whatever, and that's why I met him. It was like 6 years ago.
Oh, that's what's up,
You
bro.
get-
That's what's up.
huh? Yeah. So
I said that's what's up.
yeah, we've been cool for 6 of my years, man. So
I mean, how y'all get into political? I mean, that happen outside of work, 'cause, politics and stuff like that, religion,
definitely
all that
outside,
don't
definitely,
work well
definitely
at the
outside,
job.
definitely outside of work. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. It was a real
That's cool.
degenerate work culture, but it definitely happened outside, man. It was wild, man. But yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what's up,
Shout
though.
out to, shout out to my man
No, I
Hashi,
just
man.
thought maybe I ain't saying running for anything, cause if you a political junkie, it sounds like y'all know, cause y'all know a lot of stuff like
Yeah.
that. I was just wondering, like, oh, was you planning on doing something, or well, you say you're gonna do a political channel and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
a political channel. I ain't about to run for nothing. I'm way too radical, man.
Okay. No, I heard when you said about the I didn't even know that was you when you said about the respiratory. I mean, you know what I'm talking about for black folks, because people don't know all through history. I mean, at least in America, the
Yeah.
Asian got theirs. The Jays, I'm just gonna call them Jays to keep yourself monetized. All right.
Yeah. The
The
alphabet
Jays
crew.
got theirs. You know what I mean? Which nobody ever talk about ever. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
But when it comes to a certain race, you didn't get a. You know what I'm saying? You say, hey, how about we give you nothing, y'all just work hard. Then when they worked hard, what do? They burn down the whole, you know what I'm saying, town. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
well, damn.
Facts. That's what we talked about. And just
I mean, a lot of people just don't know, Elaine. They just
no,
don't
they
know.
don't. They don't. I love giving the history lessons, though. I enjoy it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even it's a little exhausting giving it to people who don't want to listen. You know what I mean? And especially when people are disagreeing with you on things that are just historical
Historically,
facts.
see,
Really do.
I can't argue like that, Elaine. Like if I gave them a fact or say like a study, like
Yeah.
say for instance, when it comes to black folks, they're I think they're like 3 or 4 times more likely to get stopped and searched, but you're 5 times more likely to find it on a different, let's say, demographic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then
Yeah.
they come up with them high crime areas. I was like, bro, that's not how the statistics work. Even on the statistics, they find like what, it's less than 1% or anything
Yeah.
on those people anyway. So even they argument them trying to say a high crime area, it doesn't even translate. So there's no point of doing it. So,
No, that's a
but you know
fact.
what I'm saying? They will argue with me. Damn, I was like, bro, you don't know the stats on that. You know what I mean?
No, I'm definitely with you 100%, man. I'm
Yeah.
tired as hell, man. I think I'm gonna wrap this up, man. We're gonna come back at this again tomorrow. You know what, guys, man? You said it's a talking point. Fats K Stella. You know what, man? We are at 600 subscribers, man. I think I'm getting
Bro,
close to
hey,
the point,
shout out
man.
to you, man.
Yeah, I might want to do another little drive, man. Maybe we hit 1,000. I maybe hit 1,000. I'll give away some more tickets or something like that. Flame said, "I love the Paclino channel." Elaine, definitely listen to that. Yeah. I try to keep it fair. You guys know where I stand politically, but hell, I'm
I don't
willing
know
to
where you
listen
stand, Elaine. I don't know where you stand.
on what issue.
Oh, you said political. You already know where I stand. I already told you. I'm a social. You know what I'm saying? What part
Show.
of what then are you? What do you like to say you are?
I don't really say I'm anything, actually, man. I just, you know what, man? It's weird for me, man. I mean, there's I can be conservative in nature, but I don't really fuck too much with the Republican Party. I'm weird, man. I don't really, I can do a whole
Okay.
show how there really ain't too much of a difference between the Democrat and Republican Party.
It's not. It's not. Elon, you talk to a political junkie. I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah,
It's just the Democrats, they just act like they just socially in tune with
yeah,
this. Meaning they'll hold up a flag and take a knee. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't
yeah,
doing nothing for it.
yeah,
So I understand.
yeah.
It's technically they both conservative when it comes to the
Correct.
money. Can I say that?
Correct.
Nice way to put it. So,
Exactly. So it's very
all right.
complicated, man. I would need a whole channel to break down my ideology. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I mean,
Um,
but you did say something very radical when you was talking about giving people, you know what I'm saying? We call it res- I can't think of the word. I can't say it right now.
reparations.
It's, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That right there. That's a radical notion. If somebody was to say something, I like, bro. I like. I don't think you saying this stuff like Dr. Martin Luther King said. Technically, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well,
He
that's
was.
what I should say. Do your politics align with more with Martin Luther King?
You talking about in his later years
Yeah,
when
later
he started?
years.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, a lot of people
Okay,
don't
so
know.
all right, when
A lot
me
of
and you
people
on the
don't know
same
about that
side,
break.
then.
A lot of people don't know about that
I
break.
know. I'm saying a lot of people don't know what we're talking about on that issue, so
Yeah. No,
I
but
know
no,
where
yeah,
you're lying.
yeah.
So
I heard
that's
his.
good enough for me.
I know about his later years, his last speech, and all that stuff like that. So yeah, he had a whole different tone. Um, but yeah, shout out to Martin Luther King. And shout out for isn't fucking Juneteenth coming up? I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
supposed to be doing. I don't
next
know what you're
Wednesday.
supposed to do on Juneteenth, but happy Juneteenth, people. I don't
Yeah. I wonder. Hey, I used to
yeah,
say Happy Juneteenth to about 30 people at one time. They didn't know what it was. I'm talking about 5 years ago.
yeah,
Well, people would look at me like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Bro, you don't know what Juneteenth is?" And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Man,
yeah.
shake my head." Nah, everybody acting like they know what it is. But shout out to
Yeah,
you,
it's
bro. I
cool to
ain't
be
trying to keep
woke
you long.
now, I guess. Yeah, man. I'm
But
gonna get out of here, man. You guys will see you again tomorrow. Go ahead, be good.
I was gonna say what time? What
Probably
time
around
you?
11 a.m. I think that'll be a good time for me to go live. 11 a.m.
All right, I got you. Shout out to you. Hey, bro, I see you working hard though. I remember when you only had what about 10 subscribers? You know what I'm saying? Now you up to 600.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing,
Yeah,
brother.
man. I was down in the boat, man. Yeah, facts. And once we start winning, man, we might get up there, man. That's where a lot of a lot of Panther creators, they built a lot of the newer Panther creators, guys got started in the past year or so. They were able to build their channel before people realize how bad Bryce sucks. So people aren't as interested in the content when the team sucks. So hopefully we can string together some wins, man. I can
Yeah.
I
Man,
could
I'd rather
I could
somebody be honest with me, be a snake or a salesman. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, facts. Yeah, I'm not gonna make up some shit. You know what I mean? Tell you that he was elite and all that shit like that. Shout out to Broski Bear, man. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, man. Let me get out of here, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace out, everybody. And yeah, yeah. Shout out to my man Red. Shout out to my man Flame for Jesus. I don't see Rockhead. First show in a long time I ain't seen Rockhead. Hopefully he's doing all right. But have a good night, everyone. Peace.
All right, shout out everybody. All right, Elon.
Peace, brother.